So let's begin in child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch, stretch your hands forward, then stretch your hands forward, relaxing into the floor. Then you want to rotate your shoulders away from the ears. Today we are going to do a lot of work on our arms. So you'll see a lot of arm strength today in action. So keep sinking the hips a little bit lower. And just use this moment to arrive into the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Deep, nice, ujjayi breath. Exhale. And slowly rise up. And then find a seat on your mat. Stretch in your hands. And then bring your opposite hand to grab your opposite elbow. Yes, and then keep your spine straight. So you want to feel this nice shoulder opening as you do this stretch. And then point your toes towards your face. Feeling that nice shoulder opening. So you're dropping the shoulders down. Good. Nice. Now from here, so that you can twist towards the right side. Opening the shoulder there a bit. Hey Tara Overe, welcome. How are you doing, Tara? Good. So twist and then drop your ear towards the right side. Finally, Tara Overe has made it on the live stream. Welcome, welcome, Tara. Ooh. Good. Flex the thighs. And oof. Maybe the other side. Good. So you want to twist a little bit more. You find that nice deep twist. And then come back to center. Now interlace your fingers like that and then make circles with them because we are going to use them a lot today. So just do that. And then maybe do that. Good. Now interlace your fingers behind your back like that. And then now take them towards the left side of your, somewhere here, and then tilt the head. Let's see, let's tilt our head towards the left side, so your hands and wrists are on the right hip like that. So twist, and this just helps you prepare, and you can even stretch them to the floor if you want more challenge. Maybe switch sides, drop your neck. Nice. And then come back onto tabletop. So in tabletop, you're trying to, let's see. In tabletop, you're trying to tuck your toes under like that. And then lift your knees off the ground a bit. You'll start feeling the weight. Woo. So stay here. So you're hovering your knees over the mat, you start feeling a burn on the knees and then straighten them into downward facing dog. So take downward facing dog. So in downward dog, you're trying to create an inverted view with your body and then melt your chest more towards the thigh. Then from here, shift your weight into plank and then lower into chaturanga. And then push back into plank. Maybe one more chaturanga. And then move back up. Downward facing dog. So you can already feel the arms are getting some bit of work. Come into plank. And then lower down halfway. Push up into plank. And then downward facing dog. I can already feel the triceps are burning. Plank, straight line with your body. And then maybe back to downward facing dog. And then walk the feet to the top of your mat. Come into a forward fold. And maybe you can grab your opposite elbow like that. And then you can bend your knees a lot. Melt your chest and just let your head hang loosely You can shake your head for yes, no, maybe. Now interlace those fingers behind your back. Stretch above your head. Bow a little bit more. And then slowly release your hands down. And then slowly rise up into standing. Ooh, nice. Now from here, let's start the dance. So extended mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift. Now press your palms and then jump into chaturanga like that. Upward facing dog, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now take your right leg up towards the sky. Now bend the knee and take scorpion down dog. Then, so you're opening the chest, feeling the weight of your body on your arms. And then stretch that leg up. And then come into low lunge, stepping the right foot forward, like that. And then spin your back foot flat on the ground. Come into warrior one. And then windmill the arms into warrior two. So warrior two there. Try to read the chat. That is Joe. Welcome, Joe. So keep bending the knees. And then open into peaceful warrior, feeling the strength. And then straighten that right leg. Reach your right hand forward. And then come into triangle pose. So left hand lifts up. So in triangle pose, you have to create this nice alignment of your shoulders, arms, creating a nice straight line. And then you have to scoop your tailbone in and then twist even more. Gazing towards your left thumb. Nice. Maybe you can even try and find a twist like that. Or even interlace your fingers and bind that triangle pose. It's a very good, stretch on this other left shoulder. Now come back to peaceful warrior. Good. And then windmill the hands down. Stepping back into plank. Now from here, spin your heels towards the left side. Come into side plank. Like that. So strength of the left arm is being tested here. So that you can lift your right leg up. A bit more. Lift it again. A bit more. If you're shaking, it's okay. That shows your strength. And then come back into plank. Ooh. Nice. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Open the chest. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Ha. Now, and bend one knee at a time. Now left leg goes up. Bend your knee. Open into scorpion. So the moment you do this, you already start feeling the strength of your arms being tested. And that is what you are working on today. So keep opening, feeling that nice stretch. And then stretch the leg back. And then come into low lunge. Stepping that foot in front of the mat. And then spin your back foot flat. Come into warrior one. And then open into warrior two. Nice. Now from here, take peaceful warrior. Left hand that goes up, feeling that nice stretch. And then straighten the left leg. Reach the left hand forward and take Trikonasana. Nice. So lower the left hand down. Right hand lifts up towards the sky or the ceiling. And then you want to again find that nice alignment of the arms as you stretch. Maybe you can even try find a bind. I love the triangle that is bound. Interlace your fingers. If you cannot reach your fingers towards each other, you can get a towel or a belt. So twist, opening the right shoulder now, feeling the stretch. And then bend the knee. Take peaceful warrior. And then take the hands down to the mat, come into plank. Now side plank on the other side. So spin your heels towards the right side. Lift your left hand up. Now lift the left leg up a bit into your side plank. Lower it down. Lift it up. lower it down, lift it up. I think I have a very strong right arm, and then press your hands down, chaturanga from here, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Whew. Now from here, shorten the distance between your feet and your hands. We are going to do some handstand hops or some donkey kicks. So you're going to do this, like let's do 10 of them. So 1, 2, and make sure you land lightly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take child's pose. Rest on your child's pose for a moment. Resting here for a moment, just trying to get your relaxation. And then from here, and that's those are good postures to test whether your arms are ready for arm balances and things like that. Right, tuck your toes under, push back, walk your feet to your hands, coming into halfway lift, flat spine, and then exhale, bow forward. Separate your feet hip width distance apart. With your 2 peace fingers, grab your big toes. Inhale, open the chest, exhale, bow forward. So bow forward here. Nice. Good. And then from here, take your feet out slightly apart, creating that nice shape. And then I want you to step, press your hands slightly forward like that. And then so that you can bend your knees slightly, and then so that you can start shifting your weight towards the front. So you're going to attempt to do crow pose. So crow pose is where you like start the most basic arm balance. So you shift your weight forward so that you can lift one foot, release it down, shift your weight forward, left leg lifts, bring it down, shift your weight forward, right. So you can start doing these drills just to be able to strengthen your arm. Whew. Now from here, so that you can shift your weight forward and lift both legs up into crow. Nice. For 5, 4, 3, 2, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. So bend your knees, walk back to the top of the mat, and then slowly rise up to the top, bringing your hands by the sides of your body. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Now what we did yesterday, dancer's pose on the right side. So with your right hand, grab your right ankle, and then kick that leg towards the sky. Good. And feeling that stretch of the arms. And then you can always use a wall to give yourself support. Nice. And then from here, I want you to release into warrior 3. So stretch your leg back, bring your hands to your heart center, and then take your hands down onto the floor, coming to standing split. So standing split is like you are taking your leg high, and then you see whether your head can meet your knee. It's a deep stretch, but it's also like a nice preparation for arm balances. Let's do some handstand hops, so that you can do that. 1, 5 of them only. 2, 3, so that you can float the left leg. 4, 5. Release. Come into standing. So let's do the other side. So dancer's pose on the left side. There. Reach forward. Nice. And then from here, release. Coming into warrior 3, release your hands down. Bow forward. Standing splits. So you want to press your palms down fully before we start our handstand hops. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Welcome to intermediate yoga practice. Catch your breath. Now, from here, lift your hands up and then reach your hands forward. So you want to stretch and then interlace those fingers and open them outwards. So give yourself that stretch. So you're pushing your bum and then bow forward. Bow forward, bow forward, bow forward. Let your head rest. And then from here, you're going to take 1 crow pose. So prepare for crow pose. We just need crow pose. So you take your feet apart and then you try. Can you float into crow? There we go. And then step back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left leg or right leg goes up, step it between your hands. Nice. Now from here, spin your foot to be parallel to each other and then see whether you can walk your hands towards the left side. There you go. And then with your right hand, grab your left ankle, left hand opens a bit. Right. Now stay here or stretch that hand towards the front. And then you just want to find a twist here and a stretch on the arms. This is how you like bring flexibility to the arms. So you want to stretch the arms a little bit more. Ooh. Release the bind, come back to center. Maybe we do that on the other side. So you bring the left hand to your right ankle. Take your right hand up and then stretch that hand forward. So now it's the other opposite arm you're stretching. So open the chest as you look up at the world under your right armpit. Ooh. Keep twisting here for a moment, feeling that nice twist and stretch. Open the chest. Good. And then here. Now, another thing, another arm balance you can try here is what you call a tripod headstand. Not a tripod headstand is more complex, and we'll explore this next month when we are doing advanced yoga. So that you can see what it looks like. So from here, I can attempt to bring my head down on the mat. Remember, this is what we did last month there. And then see whether you can float your legs just like that. We call that tripod headstand. And eventually you can even take the leg up completely. Like that. Maybe you can release the other leg. Then come back into your deep forward fold. Then crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Step back into plank. Bend your elbows. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Exhale. Now bend your knees. Jump and come into sitting. Stretching those legs forward. Straighten both legs. Now from here, bring your hands by your hips, press the arms, and then you want to open the chest. And then see whether you can walk your hands slightly forward, and then lift your hips. Lift your hips off the ground, lift the right leg up. Lower the leg down. Left leg lifts. Good. Lower it down. One more round of this. Lower it down. Left leg lifts. Lower it down. Then come into sitting. Massage your wrists, make circles with your wrists. Good. And then cross the legs, coming into sitting. Now from here, cross your legs, press your hands down. Again, this is also like trying to help you prepare your arms for this lift. So you can either bring your fingertips. If you have a block, it's even going to be easier. And see whether you can, so that you can lift up. Whew. Nice. Then there you go. Massage the wrists once again, lift up. And then stretch the legs forward once again. Now we are going to even walk the hands slightly closer to the knees and then press the palms and then lift even higher. Maybe float the left leg. Float the right leg. Left leg. You can feel the weight of your body on your arms. Nice. And then cross your legs. Cross your legs once again. Now from here, so that you can lift the hips up. There you go. So again, all the weight of your body is on your hands. And then lower the hips down, massage the wrists. Now from here you're going to press your hands next to your knees and then lift the hips off the ground. Now see whether you can lean back. Whew. So you press, lift the knees, lean back. So as you do that, you'll feel the weight of this on your legs. One more time, lift, and then slowly lean back, and then release. And then find your way lying on your mat at the back, and then interlace your fingers behind your lower back and come into bridge. Bridge pose. So interlace your fingers and then you're lifting your hips up. We're almost done with the practice. I'm coming to the chart. And then lower the hips down. Maybe we do that one more time. So again, in bridge, you want to make sure that your fingertips can touch your heels and then lift up. And this is preparation for wheel pose, which is now an arm, it's going to be also involve like a lot of arm work. So keep lifting the hips in bridge. So this is the strength of your pelvis. And then lower down. Now prepare for wheel pose. If wheel pose is not in your practice and your arms are not like strong enough to do this, so you can just stay on bridge. Otherwise, you can bring your hands by the sides of your ears. And then from 3, 2, 1, lift up into wheel. Good. So keep looking down. You can even shorten the distance and lift your heels off the ground. While on wheel pose, and hold this wheel for 5. Keep pressing the knees towards each other. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Massage the wrist, massage the wrist, massage the wrists. And then squeeze your knees towards the chest. And then drop on one side and then come into sitting. Now from here, we're going to do the deer pose. So bring your right shin parallel like that, and then take the left leg out like that. Now from here, so that you can take a twist to the right. Twist, 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 twist. Hey Drina, welcome, welcome. How are you doing, beautiful? And then so that you can stretch and completely bring yourself down. It's a very beautiful stretch. Drina, congratulations on your on that wedding. You became a mother-in-law. Oof. Keep stretching and then feel that nice stretch. We call this the wounded deer pose. So you have to keep stretching as much as you can. Oof. you'll feel this entire stretch on this side. And then slowly come back. Counter the twists just a bit. Oof. And then switch sides. So switch sides. And then bring the left shin parallel to the front of the mat, to the room. And then take the right leg out like that. And then you want to start by twisting towards the left slowly first, just to test. So you twist a little bit, and then see whether you can start crawling towards the back. Keep crawling until like you can stretch and bow forward. So now you are feeling this nice stretch on the right side. Feel that nice stretch on the sides. And keep going as far as you can. If you have a pillow, you can always get a pillow here. Ooh, so you'll feel this nice stretch here. And then slowly walk back. Start walking back, releasing the twist. So in yoga postures, you get out how you got in, and then you counter that stretch. So counter it. Hey Mori, welcome Mori Smith. My computer is here, so I can now see the chat. So keep twisting, opening the heart. Oh, that feels good. And then release. The next posture we're going to do. So these are just the final stretches before we finish. Stretch both legs forward. And then from here, you're going to like stretch the arms up towards the sky. Pull your belly in, and then from your hips, hinge forward and see that you can grab the sides of the feet. And then from here, inhale, open the chest. Now bend your knees slightly. I want you to grab opposite hand to grab the opposite elbow under your knees, and then bow forward. So you'll feel some nice intense hamstring stretch here. So bow forward more. And just rest here for a moment. For maybe for like about 5 breaths. Feeling that nice stretch on the hammies. And thank you so much everyone for really stopping by, joining me for my morning practice. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much for the like. Thank you so much for the time. And even those of you who are practicing along with me, thank you for attempting this practice that is beneficial to your body, mind, and spirit. And then slowly unwind. Good. And then one last attempt at arm strength. So you press your hands by the side of your hips, shift your hips forward, and then step your feet metric distance apart, and then so that you can lift up into tabletop. So you lift your hips up, drop your head back. So you're creating a table with your body. So somebody can even have tea on your belly there. So keep opening, pressing the palms. You'll feel the shoulders opening nicely. Keep lifting the hips a little bit higher. And then slowly lower down, and then find your way lying on your back once again. Hug your knees to your chest. So you squeeze your knees tightly to your chest. Drop them towards the right side. Gaze towards the left. So these are spine twists. This is probably the final posture in yoga today. So keep twisting and then feel the release on the lower back. Oof. As you open even more. And remember, we have come from so far in this challenge. So you want your shoulders to be both on the ground. These are just nice relaxing postures. And then maybe come back to center. Drop the knees towards the left, gaze towards the right. Squeeze them tightly and open the arms out even more. Then come back to center. Give yourself one final hug Hug yourself tight, thanking yourself for showing up in the practice this Friday, showing up in the mat, and then stretch your legs forward, taking the feet out apart. Take one last deep breath in, sight out, and take Shavasana, deep rest. You want to lie down here, do nothing for the next 2 minutes or so. And just let your body come back to itself after that vigorous 30-minute flow. Make sure the length of your back, neck is on the ground, on the floor. And just try to bring your breath back to normal. And just relax here. Begin to deepen your breath. Exhale. So reawaken the body by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, maybe turning your head from side to side. Now bring your feet to touch. Stretch your hands above your head and give yourself a nice morning stretch. Pointing your toes, stretching your hands as if someone is pulling you apart. And then hug both knees towards your chest. So squeeze your knees tightly towards your chest. And then drop on any one side. Find your way into sitting. We are going to finish our practice with 2 breaths. So bring your hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Thank you for sharing the practice with me this morning. May you have an amazing and beautiful day or night ahead of you. We bow down and say namaste.